Okay, so a while ago, no, our presenter mentions about the materials handling, right? As I mentioned earlier, no, materials handling refers to the process of moving, protecting, storing, and controlling materials. Now, what will be the principles of materials handling? The principle of materials handling handling serve as guidelines, no, to ensure the efficient, safe, and economical movement of materials. And one important principle is the planning principle, which emphasizes that material handling should be planned in advance. No? So this involves designing system and workflows that meet the specific needs of the operations, no? Ensuring that the right equipment is used and considering how materials flow through the facility. Another key principle is the ergonomic principles, no? Syempre, katulad nga namin, no, yung age, depende po yan, ano, yung distance, and so on. Which focuses on designing systems that prioritize the health and safety of employees. When we say ergonomics, no, or ergonomics considers the physical capabilities of workers, no, ensuring the mutual and manual material handling tasks do not cause strain or injury. Equipment is often chosen based on how it can reduce the physical effort required from workers, no, making the workplace safer and more comfortable. So, the unit load principle suggests that materials should be moved as a single unit whenever possible, reducing the frequency of handling and the potential of damage. And this principle leads to the development of systems like pallets, no, and container that allow for easier movement, no, or transportation of bulk materials, no. The cost principle underlines, no, the importance of selecting equipment and methods that provide the most cost-effective solutions for material movement, reducing both direct and indirect operational costs. Material handling equipment, no, is used to facilitate the movement, storage, and control of materials throughout a facility, because this equipment ranges from basic hand trucks, no, and pallet jacks to more advanced machinery like forklifts, conveyors, and automated guided vehicles. Each piece of equipment serves as a specific purpose depending on the material being handled, the distance it needs to travel, and the environment in which it is used. Forklifts, let's say for example, no, are commonly used for lift and transport pallets in warehouses and distribution centers. Conveyors, on the other hand, are often used in manufacturing environments to move products along assembly lines. Cranes and hoists are used to lift and move heavy loads that would be difficult or impossible for manual labor to handle. So, choosing the right material handling equipment can have a significant impact on the facility's efficiency and safety. So properly maintained equipment ensures smooth operations, reduce downtime due to equipment failure, and prevent accident caused by malfunctioning machinery. So modern advancement in technology have also led to the development of automated systems that can significantly reduce the need for manual labor while increasing throughput. Okay? Now, unit load, no? A unit load refers to the practice of consolidating materials into a single, easily movable unit for transport. This can involve placing materials on pallets, in containers, or on skids, allowing for easier handling and movement throughout a facility. So in using a unit load approach, businesses can reduce the number of trips required to transport goods, improving efficiency and reducing labor costs. Unit loads also plays an important role in protecting materials during transport because By keeping these items together in a single unit, there is less chance of damage or loss during movement. Unit loads all allow for easier storage and retrieval of materials in warehouses and other storage environments, no, contributing to more organized and efficient operation. Right now, no, in automated material handling system, unit loads are often used to standardize the movement of materials, allowing for easier integrations with conveyors, robotic system right now, and other forms of automated equipment. So this can lead to improve consistency and accuracy in material handling processes. Further, syempre, enhancing operational efficiency. How about the materials handling equipment selection factors? When selecting material handling equipment, several factors must be considered to ensure the equipment aligns with the operational needs of the business. The first consideration is the type of material being handled, whether it is solid, liquid, or gas, as well as its size, weight, and fragility. No? Equipment must be chosen based on its ability to safely and efficiently handle these materials without causing damage. Another critical factor is the distance the materials need to be transported. If materials need to be moved over short distances, manual equipment like hand trucks or pallet jacks may suffice. However, syempre kung long distance transport na to within the facility, motorized equipment such as forklifts or conveyors may be more appropriate. Syempre kailangan i-consider yung layout ng facility itself, no, including the availability space or the available space and the pathways for movement also plays a role in determining the best equipment. At business to, cost is always a major consideration in equipment selection. Companies must balance the upfront investment in material handling equipment with its long-term benefits, including reduced labor costs, improved efficiency, and minimize material damage. Safety features and maintenance requirement must also be factored in to ensure that equipment can be operated safely and effectively over time. So, how about the materials handling equipment types? Material handling equipment can be broadly categorized into 4 types. Okay? Transportation equipment, positioning equipment, unit load information equipment, and storage equipment. Transportation equipment includes, as I mentioned, conveyors, forklifts, cranes, and trucks which move materials between location within a facility or external destination sometimes. No? These categories helps streamline the flow of materials and products specifically and especially in large or complex operations. Positioning equipment is used to handle materials at a specific location, ensuring that they are in the right orientation for processing or storage. This can include equipment like hoist, lift tables, and manipulators. These tools not only increase efficiency but also improve worker safety by reducing the need for manual lifting and awkward positioning of materials. Unit load information equipment includes pallets, containers, and skids that allow materials to be grouped and transported as a single unit. Finally, storage equipment consists of racks, shielding, and automated storage system which allow materials to be stored efficiently and accessed easily. Again, no, each type of equipment serves a specific function in material handling, contributing to a more organized and efficient workflow. So I think that's it for this topic.